All right, welcome back. Rapid Fire Wednesday with the Gresh Man. We're going to get into some lighter stuff, but I want to start with that Michael Floyd video. We heard what the situation was. Now we see it on the TMZ video. Bill Belichick asked about it today, actually, from Mark Dondero, and he said, we knew about the situation. Now that we've seen the video, is signing him change your mind about that move?
No, because the reason they got him wasn't about scruples or principle other than letting him go and getting a compensatory selection. I'm convinced of that. Short-term help, maybe. We'll see. Who knows what he's really going to add. This was about trying to stick it to the league and recoup some of the draft compensation they lost in Deflate/Screwed Gate.
So you don't think he'll be an impact player on the field?
Not really. I think in terms of learning this offense, in terms of developing chemistry with Brady, and actually finding a spot for him out there. Look, do you think he's bumping Edelman, Amendola, if he's right, or Hogan off the field? Because I don't see that.
All right, the Pats' defense has really improved the last few weeks. Their numbers right now statistically are pretty good when you look at Patriot defenses in this era. Now listen, it's only been a few weeks. This is the best defense since which Patriots team?
Wow. Gee, I don't even know if I'm willing to go there in any of the championship teams, quite honestly.
14? What about 14? Better than that, D?
Maybe. It's tough because your best individual talent for my money is at middle linebacker with Dante Hightower.
Sure.
Look, Malcolm Butler didn't make the Pro Bowl, which I think probably surprised some people. So he's still an ascending player and a guy that you really like. And I love Devin McCourty, but individually, I don't know if he stands out. In other years, you've had one or two guys like a Chandler Jones who jumped off the screen at you. I guess I can go 13, 14 maybe, but I think the jury really still is out.
You mentioned the Pro Bowl. Did LeGarrette Blount get hosed?
Not really. Look at the guys.
Yeah, the guys who got in.
I mean, look who got in there. It's really tough to argue them. And I think that when you're just a runner and you don't catch the ball and add something on third down, whether it's in protection or catching the ball out of the backfield, I think it's tougher and tougher to get the notoriety that he deserves. What's really the number that jumps out? It's the amount of touchdowns scored, and that number can be a little deceiving depending on how many goal line carries you get.
Yeah, a lot of one-yard scores. All right, the Pats are 16.5-point favorites. Is
it.
that a reasonable number?
My initial reaction was, that's it. The Jets have packed it in. Here's the thing about the Jets, Yianni. The first sign of something going really wrong, they're going to tank and shut it down.
Depending on when Tom Brady and or Bill Belichick leaves Foxborough, when is the next year we'll see the Jets be better than the Patriots?
Wow, it's going to take a while because they need to do a big rebuild on their roster. They've got older wide receivers. They need to rebuild the offensive line. I think you're probably looking at least 5 years because I don't think the Patriots are going to slow down whether Brady is here or not. If Belichick leaves, that might be a little different story.
All right, Tom Brady on the injury report with a thigh. Are you worried about him?
No, I think he's going to battle through. Now, and you know my whole theory on this, if they get the number 1 seed this week, if it breaks their way and it's sewn up, I really wonder how much Brady plays against Miami. MVP be damned. He's the kind of guy who would sacrifice the individual numbers to be able to get something that no one has in professional football at the quarterback spot, and that's a 5th ring.
Why did the Patriots activate Jacoby Brissett? Is it just for the stretch run experience of being in the fold with the team?
Well, you still have the ability to manipulate the game day roster. So it's nice to have him. It would be not. And look, I think it feeds into the theory, quite honestly, Yanni, that if they can sit Brady down for a little bit, I think they will. And you can't just go with one. Yes, you could put Brady back in the game, but I think you really want to take care of it. And here's the other part of it, too. If he is on the active roster, you could still get him ready for games in the postseason. But I think you want him around not only as a scout team look, but also to see the level of preparation that goes into being the backup, because he just might be that next year.
All right, let's talk some Christmas stuff. Bill Belichick said today he likes caroling. Do you believe him?
I do.
Really?
Because he's weird.
Fa la 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 la.
Oh, I could. Yeah, I mean, the whole walking in the parking lot in the documentary in '09. Hey, good party going on here. I could see him secretly liking to do that.
All right, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Oh, it's A Christmas Story. It's not even a question. There is no debate on this.
Overrated.
How?
I can't even get through it. I don't know if it's a generational thing. Like, I didn't watch it growing up, but if it's on cable, I find it boring.
What is it that turns you off to it?
It's so boring.
What do you mean?
Nothing happens.
It's through the eyes of a kid. Oh yeah, some kid dropping an F-bomb that he didn't drop. Being beaten on the other side of a telephone isn't good enough. The bumpus dogs, the goofy kid with the snot hanging out of his nose, waiting in line to see Santa Claus. The whole thing about Santa Claus to begin with. Ralphie freaking out when he meets Santa Claus. Randy laying in the snow like a tick that's ready to pop. How in the world could you be the only person on this planet that would think that movie is boring?
How many
He beats the crap out of him, swearing like crazy. You knew what it was like to be Scott Farkas. You got the crap kicked out of you.
I did.
You might have had some kid swearing or speaking in different tongues or whatever. Yeah, that is.
I'm more of a Home Alone
done.
guy.
I'm done. No, this is over.
All right, see.
Rapid Fire Wednesday is over. If you don't like A Christmas Story, for my money, you're a commie. I'm out.
That was Andy Gresh, and we'll be back from the Sports Wrap right after this.